Okay, so we had some rain, and our creek is actually a creek, so the rain has kind of broken a little bit. I'm just taking advantage to go and see exactly how much water. I don't really know how much water got dropped, but bearing in mind that we didn't have a creek yesterday, we had water coming down and pooling, but not really a creek so much to speak of. So this is what I was kind of hoping we would actually have running through the property, I guess. So just roll with me here just as I meander through the valley. Then I'm going to try and come down and see how we go. So this is, bear in mind that this is going way up behind the ridge beyond where I'm going to be going. This is the I've documented this before. This is pretty much where all the tree fall is rolling, and this is a lot of water came down, and we have had some rain, so I guess the water table was probably a little bit higher, but that's a lot of water up there, and that will go all the way up behind the ridge, I'm guessing. I don't know how long this is going to last for before it all soaks away, but that's good. There's a lot of water flow, and that's pretty deep. I mean, it's a good size. It's a good size flow. Just moving into established channels, and can't probably get over to those. So again, just roll with me here as I just kind of wend my way down. But yeah, this is looking like a good flow of water. That's great. I'm a huge fan of creeks and water in general, but there's a log there. It's kind of acting as a natural dam, and it's making its way around, increasing the flow. If we had a flow like this on a regular basis, you know, this is good fodder for micro hydro solution. But sadly, I don't know that this is gonna last. I guess it's gonna depend on how much water actually comes out from higher up the property. But this is, you know, that's pretty deep. I'd hazard a guess to say that could even be like a foot of water. Because remember that even though we're getting a lot of rainfall here, and it's falling on the property generally, it's funneling and accumulating to create this. This is awesome. So I haven't really had a chance to see the creek in action. But that's really cool. You're not under this thing, it's probably boring as all get out, but just coming down onto here. See if I can go on the other side and get across. Oh, that's a little deep. It's a lot of leaf clutter. It's really just It's a lot of water coming down here. So in the lower parts, you know, we've got lafoons and things like that. You know, the water's pulled because you know, there's hollows, natural hollows and things. So the water's obviously pulling here. You can see that down here where we've got the creek flow, but I guess it's overflowed over here into a lower part of the property. That's actually pretty deep, surprisingly deep. Kind of think we have like fish and frogs and things in. I don't want to disturb this too much, but I'm going to have to cut back over. So yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot of water there. So I was a little concerned that we were going to get too much erosion on the. Sorry, I took that bank a little steep. And it turns out that I'm actually stuck. So I'm just going to turn this camera off. GoPro, stop. You're doing another one?
Uh-huh.
What are you recording now?
Yeah.
You're recording me having to clean my boots.
People can see how deep the water is on your boots.
Well, I'd said it was about a foot, and I was right. So for this recording, yeah, I tried to go up the side of our home site there, and it's just
Muck.
It's just mud, which is I guess a little bit of a concern, because it means we probably do need to bring some more top gravel down, take it down.
I'm thinking a retaining wall.
That would probably be a good idea too.
So,
because if this does actually decide to swell quite a lot bigger, and my right boot has a hole in it, it's just filling full of water.
okay.
But that's kind of how deep it is. So, and I guess this pair of jeans is done.
Well, once they dry, you can brush it off.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
I think I'm going to rescue Piggy. Piggy's about to go over the weir.
That's what happens when the puppy decides, oh, I'm going to take my toys out here and bury them in the leaves.
Yeah, she does that. So there's like a log running along here.
Yeah.
Fallen through, and just created like a natural weir. Just kind of neat. The water's going off way around there and down here, taking parts of least resistance and all that kind of stuff as well. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's swelled what tiny banks it had.
Oh yeah.
But we got a lot of water dumped on us.
Oh yeah.
Have we heard what the inches were yet?
No idea.
No.
I mean, I was just going off underground, and it was going like 1.5 inches of water. But I mean, that all adds up pretty quick.
Yeah.
And just judging from further up the creek,
Mm-hmm.
which you'll see on the earlier footage, and I didn't go beyond the brush pile, but that's all running off the hill down the ridge, no doubt, and probably populating this.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how long it takes before this actually settles. But right now.
Well, considering the drought, it took a lot of water for it to even saturate.
Oh yeah.
So.
Totally. So now we're a little more cautious. And this is more solid here. I think it's just that end there is.
Yeah, they didn't pack that very well.
Yeah.
So, alrighty.
All right.
Another adventure.
With a bit of extra unexpected adventure, joy to the world. Cool. All right. Later. All right. So we won't make the mistake of going down onto the end and falling in the mud again, or tromping in the quick mud. But this is a bit later, and it's definitely receded by the looks of it. come down at a slightly different angle. So yeah, it's still kind of dammed there, which is interesting. So still a lot of water, still flowing. It's got several rivulets, so there's a higher one towards the back there, and this is the main arc, I guess. So we'll follow this along. Yeah, so here, this is the main arc running down here. And there's a separate tributary which looks like it's kind of running from higher up, and then it just kind of joins this, forks in. Feeds it with some more water, some more runoff coming from up the ridge, I guess, as well. So, very cool. So there's actually quite a lot of water in here. It's actually a lot more water than I was expecting. I'm going to pause this for a second. Alright, continuing on. Sorry about that, I had a stone in my boot. So that's actually fairly deep. Coming around. It's a bit of shaky cam here, even though we've got a GoPro. So this is following the creek down. I really am quite curious to see how this looks at the back of the property, to be honest. Anyway, so it's following the downhill path, and this is definitely deep tranche. Well over a foot, that'll go well over the top of my gumboots. Not that I'm going into the water again. And it comes down here. This is kind of a wider pond-like area. I remembered videoing this earlier on in the piece, so I'm actually sort of passingly familiar with how this looks without all this water in it. It's quite different. And we come around here, I think. Pink flag indicates that this is actually crossed over. This is on so the pink flag back there. So this is our bottom section of land that we're on, that the creek is on now. So we've meandered from the second of our 3 lots now onto the first of our 3 lots. Yeah, and this is carrying on down. It's picking up a bit of momentum. And briars. Of course there's briars. And the pink flag indicates another part of the border, so this is well and truly on our bottom. So I'm kind of glad that we did pick these 2 lots up. It's not less hassle up here in rights. It's getting quite a bit of speed. This way through. Surrounding quite a branchy branch kind of neck of the woods, so the creek is making its way down I have to detour around here again. We've got some overgrowth and deadfall and stuff over here, so I'm actually going to come out of the property and over to the culvert. Up the sides of the trench. So yeah, so it's pretty swift. And looking up the way there's definitely a lot of runoff in the actual ditch itself proper. So this kind of trenches way down, just to be expected. Out of curiosity, crossing over just to have a look, see how things are looking on the other side here. This is not our property. Oh yeah, quite a bit of water flowing down there. Very cool. So the only real question lies then is kind of how things look behind the ridge, which I'm curious about.